Hello, welcome to episode 11 of Repton 2 Labyrinth, and we teleport to level 5 here. It's strange that it's quite a low number when you can't get to it until one of the Guardian Skulls has gone near the end of the game. But anyway, it's one of these sort of macro puzzle type levels. You have to go around getting lots of things ready for the spirits to get their cages, and then when they've got them, go round again afterwards and collect the diamonds. I just had to wait for that spirit because I knew it was coming, having tried starting the level the same way a few times. As there's a lot of this sort of thing in this level, I'll talk a bit about what else I've been doing Repton related, and that is mainly updating Repton 1 and 3, because Richard Hanson, in one of his emails to me, he happened to mention that he was looking for a Java programmer because he wanted Repton 1 and 3 updated, and I said yes, I could do that, and I would be very happy, as it's my favourite game. And so the updates were needed because, well, for one thing, Google's Play Store policies change every now and again, so there was something that needed doing to make them compliant. Also, there were a couple of bugs. One of them that I had noticed before was that there's quite a few phones on the market now which have a wider aspect ratio than 16:9. So Repton was looking squashed on these devices. So I fixed that. So I'll just talk about the on-screen action a bit here. It's a rather notable event. I just dazed a spirit that, thanks to auto-pausing, was able to recover from that situation. Back to the Android apps, and the other big problem was that on some phones they have you can have a variable refresh rate or a higher refresh rate than 60 Hertz. So that was causing Repton to play too fast on them. They generally have an option to stick to a fixed frame rate of 60 FPS, but yeah, I would actually recommend that you, even though I fixed that bug in Repton 1 and 3, I'd recommend using that option anyway if available, because just to certain limitations, the way it was originally written, it can't really take advantage of anything higher than 60 FPS, and it might actually not look as smooth at higher refresh rates because if it can't sync with the frames properly. And I also changed the controls a bit. It could already be controlled with the keyboard using the arrow keys, but I added keys a bit more like the old layout from the BBC version, which is Z and X to go left and right. On this version I chose L and comma for up and down, so that would work better on international keyboards, but then I think Z wasn't a very good choice, so I think that's somewhere completely different on German keyboards. Now we're back on level 3, the one where this was a maze of safes earlier. And also with the controls, yeah, I added if you press M, that brings up the map or pause screen and turns it off again. So that saves you taking your fingers off the keys to tap the screen. And I also implemented what is called staircase movement, where Repton alternates between horizontal and vertical movement if you press 2 keys at once. And this also, for me, I found it made quite an improvement to the controllability with the gestures. I never really got the hang of the gestures, but I do find it easier to go around corners since making that change. And the fanfare for that is because it's the penultimate puzzle piece. See, just past another one there. And that's kind of a throwback to the original version of Repton 2 on the BBC Micro and PC message scenario, where some of the Guardian skulls all had puzzle pieces behind them. So, yay, a maze of skulls with spirits chasing me. Good job I've got the auto-pausing feature. So it's actually safe to sort of duck in and out of little like 1 diamond niches on the left, because the spirits behind me will be slowed down by the corresponding amount, so they won't catch me up. Bit of useless information. But, yeah, can't really think of what else to talk about in this level. Oh yes, there is one thing I wanted to bring up before the end of this series, and that's about some other very good YouTube channels with Repton content. That's my two. There are more, but my 2 favourite are Sentinel Proxima, who is also known as Michael S. Repton, who's designed quite a lot of Repton levels, including this labyrinth scenario, I believe. And the other channel is Katie Rosine. So I'll put links to those in the description of this video. Katie Rosine tends to commentate on all of hers, so I do like the commentary. Not so many of Sentinel Proxima's have commentaries, but he has done some good commentated Let's Plays of Repton the Lost Realms and Katie Rosine's Axolotl and Badger levels for Repton 3. They're really good. And he's taken a different approach to those videos by recording his commentary as he's playing, including like any mistakes. So I don't think I'd get away with that. I'd be making far too many mistakes and wasting loads of footage. So just getting to the very end here, go and show you the completed puzzle. From right to left, this is Benji, Lucy and Trixie, but sadly Benji passed away earlier this year. So sorry to leave this series on a rather sad note. Goodbye.